what I knew, and thank God I got grace. Grace for my years I've been putting in that pain. The bounce back insane, the build up took time, but wiped up the stains. I'm mic'd up is live, tap in, let's get gains. It ain't I live for all trying to stop my show. The tour 10 years, ain't stopping till it's round the world and back again and back again and back again and back.
Literally making something out of nothing. Thin air, you feel me? I'm glad to be in that position because everything is broken.
Every time I elevated something to celebrate. John Jones, I went to heavyweight on these featherweights, but I ain't backing down, I'ma take the weight up another plate. Lean at the crumbs, that's how you eat, let me demonstrate. Decade in the game, I ain't lost a step, I just up the pace. Watch them up the pay, I put in the reps and pick up the chase. Then it up the balance, but we ain't even no miles away. It ain't just a talent, I took the challenge and walked the craze. Fell a couple times, but I got back up with some saving grace. Definitely leader, a pastor, still need a preacher. Talk to me when I'm shallow, lend a lens to see deeper, closer in to see higher up. That's too much for the speakers, but ain't much for the thinkers. Clouded, I rush to the lower end to see what's in the deeper. Found a message to send itself with much younger and eager. Keep your youth and maintain your health, cause the future is trouble. But you made for the struggle, and you born with the hustle. Any imagery less than greatness, erase it and double down on your first mind. I come from the worst kind, made life before I found shine. No chain, it was all grind. I'm him and they wanna dim, but my lumen's way off the chart. I'm human, I can't admit, but my spirit up with the stars. I'm clear as I ever been. This feeling won't never end. They watching, I notice, but it ain't knocking the focus. I'm highest and hottest, but I still be the coldest. I'm a champion, I'ma win, I know. I'ma grind for mine, they can't stop me, no. If I die, it's fine, cause I live to show that it can be done. I'm a champion, I'm a champion. I'ma win, I know. I'ma grind for mine, they can't stop me, no. If I die, it's fine, cause I live to show that it can be done. I'm a champion, I'm a champion. Life been so crazy, I can't do nothing but look high. This is just like I prayed, but ain't like I thought. I'm my way and sitting in my zone while they plotting out my grave. I'm plotting my next stop out state, getting that pay. I kept it true, I can't say how they played. I'm just gonna state what I knew, and thank God I got grace. Grace for my years I've been putting in that pain. The bounce back insane, the build up took time, but wiped up the stains. I'm mic'd up is live, tap in, let's get gains. It ain't no more would did or should did. I got too much right now to brain. That's all I know and all I live for, all trying to stop my show. The tour 10 years, ain't stopping till it's round the world and back again. I went to heavyweight on these featherweights, but I ain't backing down, I'ma take the weight up another plate. Lean at the crumbs, that's how you eat, let me demonstrate. Decade in the game, I ain't lost a step, I just up the pace. Watch them up the pay, I put in the reps and pick up the chase. Then it up the balance, but we ain't even no miles away. It ain't just a talent, I took the challenge and walked the craze. Fell a couple times, but I got back up with some saving grace. Definitely leader, a pastor, still need a preacher. Talk to me when I'm shallow, lend a lens to see deeper, closer in to see higher up. That's too much for the speakers, but ain't much for the thinkers. Clouded, I rush to the lower end to see what's in the deeper. Found a message to send itself with much younger and eager. Keep your youth and maintain your health, cause the future is trouble. But you made for the struggle, and you born with the hustle. Any imagery less than greatness, erase it and double down on your first mind. I come from the worst kind, made life before I found shine. No chain, it was all grind. I'm him and they wanna dim, but my lumen's way off the chart. I'm human, I can't admit, but my spirit up with the stars. I'm clear as I ever been. This feeling won't never end. They watching, I notice, but it ain't knocking the focus. I'm highest and hottest, but I still be the coldest. I'm a champion, I'ma win, I know. I'ma grind for mine, they can't stop me, no. If I die, it's fine, cause I live to show.
The biggest competition is back on 11 versus 11.
Takes it down, good strength from him. Luca, edge of the box. Dreezy, he's found the back of the net. Fine. Here we go. Swings it into that near post. There is Manu off the crossbar and in.
24 domestic nations with 128 teams. The winners stay in Champions League, the losers drop to Europa.
Rage with replacement, and Cam swaps it over. Here we go. Shoulder gives it to the quiet man. Ladis Judah, Travelton, top pins, he's done it.
The previous winners that go down in history. A new era of virtual football.
Hello guys, and welcome to the first season of the Champions eLeague and the Europa League. First, I want to thank you all for tuning in. Obviously, the competition started off with 128 teams, the first place pot and the second place pot. So for the Champions League, the first place pot, obviously they came first in their group, and second came second. So what we're going to do is we're going to draw all the first places against the seconds. So I'm going to mention some names here on the screen. I'm going to shout out to a few teams. Obviously quite a few English teams have passed it through. For the Italians, we've got Zurich, we have Rio Casaria, both Prem sides. We have One Mind, Joga Benito, who dominated their domestic side. So legal onto winning ways in domestic, and obviously through into the knockouts for the Champions League. And a few other countries as well. We've got Cesar Esports from Hungary, Norfolk from Norway. So a big shout out to everyone. How it's going to work is I've got the screen for the draw. So this is the round of 64. I've just got random team names in each section there for now. And then obviously we've got the live draw here, which is a randomizer. So this has we'll do all the pot ones first, so we're not confusing things. We'll get all the pot ones done. So as you can see, all down there will be pot ones, and then pot two will come afterwards. So once we've completed pot one, pot two will start looking nicer. So we'll move into that now. So I'm a little bit behind on my screen from what I can see. Well, you guys a little bit behind, sorry. So I'm just going to do the first one as audio keeps cutting off for me. Does it? Keeps cutting off a little bit. We're going to move into the draw, go into the first randomizer. So I'm going to do all the pot ones first, get all pot ones out the way, update my dock, and yeah, for some reason, okay, yeah, it's a bit bigger on your screen now, as you can see. So I'm going to click the first team to randomize, which is FC26. I'm just going to wait for that to come up. It's a little bit behind. I'm just going to wait for that to come up. As you can see there, that's come up FC26. So that will be the first team that's coming to the knockouts. So there, I'm doing all the pot ones first. So what it will look like now. So if I go over to the screen for draw, as you can see there, it shows a Famalicão. So on the left hand side is going to be all Famalicão, and then on the right hand side I'll do the pot two teams next. As you can see, Famalicão has been added there. We're going to add all the pot ones down the left, and all the pot one. Yeah, it keeps cutting out a little bit, doesn't it? It's down the left, and all the pot one. Right, 1 second. Yeah, it keeps cutting out a little bit, doesn't it? And all the one. Laggy as fuck. Okay. Right, give me a minute. I'm gonna see what I can do. Give me a minute. Hopefully it doesn't. Give me a minute, guys. 1 second. Hello guys, is that better? Just checking my voice. It might come for a few seconds till it gets on my screen, but just double checking. Hello guys, is that better? Just checking my voice. It might come for Let me know in the comment section if it's any better. Double checking. Hello guys, is that better? Just checking my voice. Everything on? Everything okay? Way better. Okay, perfect. I do apologise. Just had to. I'm not sure why it was lagging, but weird. Okay, we'll move. So, as you can see, the first team that was pulled out was FC Famalicão. So we're going to do all the pot ones and then move across into pot number 2. So let's go across into the live draw area now. So we're gonna do all the pot 1s. As you can see, the next one is Exito. So I'm gonna do all of them on here. Do all the pot 1s first. So that one was Exito. I'm going to move on to the next one. So I'm going to do them one by one. Next one is Seze Esports. Seze Esports. And they're from Hungary. So they're the 3rd team from pot number 1. So they're from Hungary. I'll show you how I'll update it in a second. I'll show you guys and how it looks. The next team, so these aren't playing each other. I'm just doing all the pot 1s first, list by list. Next one is Digital Sports. They're a fantastic side from Germany. German champions, I think, or close to German champions. And then the next team is Slick and Supreme from Ireland. A fantastic side in the UK Premier, representing Ireland. Top their group, so they've done extremely well. The next one is Rio Casaria from Italy. Rio Casaria from Italy. Very strong side in the Esports Premier in the Serie A of the VPG Italian leagues. The next one is SV Wehen, if that's how you pronounce it. And they're from Germany. I think they play in the highest league in Germany as well. And then the next one pulled out is Al Wahat FC. Now I'm going to put French for them because I don't actually know where they're from. Al Wahat FC. I know that the manager is Pulga. He was the Esports Premier Champion. I'm going to put French because I think it is mainly a French team, so we'll put the French flag. For the next one, we have KM Chimora from Italy. KM Chimera. Fantastic side. They've been playing in Syria for a long time in the highest divisions and playing in VPG Europe as well. So that's KM Chimera. And then for the next team is NBD Esports from France. They're a big name to watch out for this season. Never back down. Esports, they've signed a lot of the strongest French players, so they're going to do very well in the Esports Premier this season. Most definitely. The next one is Centurions from Spain. I think they had a new name, so that's their new sponsor. They were called was it Monta, I think? So that's their new sponsor, Centurions. Next one is eLeague Esports from Poland. They came to England and won the first ever LAN event in England as well. They beat Famalicão in the final of the face-to-face first ever LAN event. And for the next one we have Joga Benito IT4. Joga Benito IT4. A team that's been around a very long time. One of the oldest Italian teams currently. And then we've got Al Tawar. They're from Morocco, but they play in all the European circuit. So I think they play on the Spanish servers, Al Tawar. And then for the next one, we have FTW. FTW, a strong side from Portugal. I think they were called something else last season, so that's their new organisation. It's a big organisation in Portugal, but this is their new name, obviously. And then for the next one, we have Crvena Zvezda. I don't know how to pronounce that, but Crvena, I'll just put, I'm not sure. Okay, so I'm going to show you the dot now. So I'm going to move across into the screen for the draw. As you can see, the screen on the left hand side, that's all the pot ones. That's all the pot ones. So I'm going to finish the second half, so we're halfway through of pot one. And once we've finished all the pot ones, it will look a lot better. Then we know who's playing each other in the Champions League. So I'm going to finish the pot ones on the left hand side now. I can see a lot of players in the chat. Bella Torres from Czechoslovakia, Unlimited. What, limited, unlimited, I don't know. Cobes, big shout to Cobes. Who else we've got? Exito. Yeah. A lot of big names in the chat. Do keep on writing your team names in the chat so I can give you guys a shout out, just so I know where you guys are from, because I see some people speaking possibly Hungarian, so do let me know which team you represent. Bella Torres, strong. We want cohesive. Velocity. Pick up the Czechs. Okay guys, so I'm going to move across back to the live draw. So I'm going to carry on and continue with finish off pot number one. So we have Velocity X. Fantastic side. They were an up and coming side, but now actually they hold their own. So they're a big name to watch out for. Big signings. Oeste Gaming from Portugal. Another big name. I do apologise if I'm coughing. I've not been well, but still getting through this draw for the Champions League and Europa League playing this week. Moving across into the next one, we have GSK Esports from Poland. A massive name in the Portuguese, in the Poland community. Playing the Esports Premier, so they're playing the highest tier in Poland and the highest tier in Europe. And then for the next one, we have Besiktas. A big team from Turkey, official football club from Turkey. The next one we have Ballistic. So Ballistic, a fantastic group of players. A lot of them played for me last season, to be fair. It's Jack D. Yeah, Jack D side with Frosty. They've put a very good side together, beaten some good teams. I think they beat a top French team in their group, so they've got a lot of eyes on them. Ballistic have done very well. Then we've got RSN Esports from England. There's a lot of good sides, a lot of strong sides from England that have started off mid and then just worked their way up to a very good level, which is great for the UK side. We've got Norfolk from Norway. I think they won their league last season. They're like a sister club to AC Strenua. Norfolk FK, the Norwegians. We have New Diamonds as the next one from Germany. It will make sense how I'm doing this, guys. Once I've got all the pot ones out the way, it will make a lot of sense. New Diamonds. And then we have Casapia from Portugal. We have Casapia from Portugal. And then for the next one, we have One Mind. One Mind, fantastic. Probably one of the best teams in Italy. Probably Italy champions. Crazy, crazy team. We have Sueta Guardians. I think they're from Spain, but let me triple check where they're from. Sueta the Guardians. Yeah, they're from Spain. Curata Guardians play in the Superliga Spain. For the next one, we have Zurich. I think they're the second strongest team in Italy. The manager is Remind Daddy. Zurich Esports. Yeah, very strong side. Playing the Esports Premier as well. So, very, very, very strong side. The next one we have Gil Vicente. I think they're a Portuguese side that are working their way up in the VBG Europe system. Let me just double check. Gil Vicente. Yeah, Portuguese. So I wouldn't underestimate them. I think they've got quite a lot of decent results in the group stages. Gil Vicente. Next one, Fenerbahce. So Fenerbahce, they did a merger with Digital Sports last season in Esports Prem, but I think now the manager is Emre. He's been the manager for quite a while, so see how he gets on in the Champions League. And last two pots, last two teams in the pot, we have Orvex FC. Orvex FC. The manager used to play for me. He's a centre back called Fudson. He's been in the community a very long time. Met him in person, great guy. Built his own team. They came runners up in the UK Pro Series last season, which is the qualifiers for the UK event, and they did very well in the UK Premier as well. So they're a big name, very big name. So watch out for Orvex. And for the last team, we have Rotte Tufel, a massive name in the German community. One of the owners of that team is a deputy admin in VPG. Cool, so that's been done. So we can remove that now. Shit, what have I done? What have I done? Wait 1 second, I don't know what I've done. Okay, so lists. Can we move number 1, Champions League pot 2. There we go. Perfect. Okay, we are ready for pot number 2, but I'm going to show you what it looks like on the screen right now. Oh. Quick Discord. Okay guys, can you see my screen now? As it shows you on the left hand side and the right hand side now. All the pot ones have been drawn, so the knockouts will start looking very good. As you can see, round of 64. The pot number 1s have been done on the left. And on the right is the pot 2s, which I'm going to do right now. So this is where it's going to get exciting. Let me take a look at some of the chat. Oh, we have Ballistic in there. Samson Spore. A few Ukrainian people in the chat. Yeah, perfect. Let's move across into the live draw. We're going to move across to pot number 2. So obviously it's going to go down from left to right. So whoever's going to get pulled up first is going to be played for Malicao, and then Exito, then Ceze, then Digital, etc, etc. So that's how it's going to work. So we're going to move across into the draw now. So the first team who's going to play against Famalicão is Samson Spore. No one wants to be drawn up against the mighty Famalicão, and it's Samson Spore from Turkey. They are probably definitely not happy with that, because they're going to have to do a very big underdog story this season to beat Famalicão. Playing against Exito is FC Inter Berlin. So FC Inter Berlin are playing Exito. FC Inter Berlin, and they are from Germany. Did very well in the group, obviously, but it's going to be a good game. Exito versus FC Inter Berlin. The next one, playing against Ceze Esport from Hungary, is Tempus. 1 second. Tempest. I think they're from Spain, so let me just triple check. Tempest. Yeah, Tempest from Spain. And I'll show you the updated list. So this is an example of how we're doing it, just for those who have just joined in and don't understand how the draw is working out. So if I show you the next page, as you can see on the screen, we've drawn out all the pot ones on the left hand side, and then on the right hand side, that's gathering the fixtures, is the pot number 2s. So obviously the first 3 fixtures, we've got Famalicão versus Samsung Sport, Exito versus Inter Berlin, and Cesar Esport versus Tempest. So we're going to move across back into it now, guys. So playing against Digital Sports from Germany is FC Sunrise. Now FC Sunrise aren't a team to mess around with. I think they're in the Esports Premier this season. They've signed some incredible players. So it's going to be a good game against Digital, that's for sure. And then playing against Slick and Supreme from Ireland is Bella Torres EFC. So Bella Torres, let me just check their nationality. I think it's Czechia. Bella Torres. Yeah, it's Czechia, so I was right. So for that fixture, we have Slick and Supreme versus Bella Torres. They're playing against Slick and Supreme from Ireland. And the next team will be playing against Real Casaria from Italy. And that's Impulsive. Impulsive. And they are from, where's Impulsive? They're from Holland. So I'm still learning a lot of new teams. I'm still learning a lot on where they're from, trying to get their nationality right and everything. Impulsive, and they're from Holland. Netherlands. Okay, the next team will be playing against SV Wehen, and that's Esports. Esports, sorry. From Turkey, we're playing SV Wehen from Germany. And the next team will be playing against Al Waha FC, which is probably one of the favourites to win the competition. So hopefully this is not you in the next draw. Nexus Esport. If Nexus guys are watching, it's a big game for you guys. Nexus Esport from Ukraine. But then again, don't underestimate, it's a game of 2 halves, obviously first leg and second leg. Nexus Esports, the Ukrainians are going to show their worth against the champions Al Waha, who were called Mad Army last season. So it's going to be a big one. The next team playing against KM Chimera. Playing against KM Chimera is Mortifera. Mortifera are a team from Holland. And they're playing against KM Chimera. I'm going to show you guys the updated version now. I want to go back onto the next screen, as you can see. So if you want to take a screenshot so you can have a look to see who the next fixtures are. But I'll call them out anyway, so I'll let you know which team's playing who when I'm calling out the team by team. So we've got KM Chimera versus Mortifera. Give us a moment. Okay. Moving across into the next one. So we've got NBD, Centurions, Illegal, etc., etc. Who's playing next? So for the live draw, we've got Morty Fowler. So this is like a live draw system I've got that randomizes all the teams. So NBD Esports from France will be playing AC Strenua from Norway. So NBD Esports against AC Strenua. Ah, you're Serbian. Okay, I'll fix now. Serbia. Let me fix that. I'll just triple check and I'll show you on the screen now that it's been fixed. There you go, it's been changed. So yeah, it's changed to Serbia. Do apologise. I did say that I could get a few wrong, but Crvena from Serbia. So the last fixture we just done was NBD Esports versus AC Strenua. Okay, moving across into the next draw. We have Centurions, and they're playing against Misa Esports from Turkey. Misa Esports, they were known as Altay Esports. They've got a lot of Spanish players in their side who came to the event. So that's Centurions versus Misa. The next team will be playing against Illegal Esports, Infinity Esports. So Infinity Esports are from Bosnia. Infinity Esports. Infinity Esport from Bosnia. And they're playing against a mighty Illegal Esports from Poland. The next one we have playing against Joga Benito. I'll show you guys now. So we've got into that. So the next fixture will be Joga Benito. And let's see who they're going to be playing. Joga Benito. Black Sheep. So Black Sheep are a fantastic side from England. Manager Mo Arsenal, been in the community a long time. And they'll be playing against Joga Benito from Italy. So the next fixture we're playing Al Tawar from Morocco. And it's Rats ES. So Rats ES are from Denmark. Rats ES. And they're playing Denmark. I'll show the updated version now. As you can see, we've got Joga Benito versus Black Sheep, Al Tawar versus Rats, and Crvena and FTW that are going to be pulled up next to find their fixture. And then once this one goes through, we're halfway through of the Champions eLeague draw. So the next fixture will be playing against FTW. So playing against FTW is Murcia. So Murcia, strong team from the UK, and they've got a big task to go and beat FTW. And the next fixture we'll be playing against Crvena from Serbia, and that's Livorno. Livorno Esports from Italy. So I'm going to show you guys now. That is the half of the Champions eLeague done. So the fixtures so far, as you can see on the left hand side, we just pulled out FTW against Murcia and Crvena versus Livorno, and that is 50% done of the Champions eLeague round of 64. Let me take a look at some of the comments. Team Coalesque, welcome to the stream. Let's move across into the second half of this. We've got Velocity let's take a look to see who Velocity X are going to play against. Gaziantep. So Velocity are going to play Gaziantep, and they're from Turkey. As you can see on my screen now, Velocity X have been pulled up against Gaziantep from Turkey. Big fixture, that one. Let's move across. The next one's Oeste Gaming. Oeste Gaming from Portugal. And they'll be playing against 7 Generation. So 7 Generation are a team from Egypt, but they play on European servers. So Oeste Gaming versus 7 Generation. The next fixture will be GSK Esports. So playing against GSK Esports is CE Europa. So CE Europa from Spain. We're playing GSK Esports. And the next is Besiktas. Playing against Besiktas is Dark Force. I've played Dark Force many times, and they are a force to play with. Team from Holland. Good structure, good style of play. I'll show you guys how it looks right now. So we've got Velocity X, Gaziantep, Oeste Gaming against 7 Generation, GSK against Europa, and Besiktas versus Dark Force. If I'm not pronouncing these names right, I do apologise. It's quite tough pronouncing a lot of names. The next team is Ballistic. So Ballistic will be playing against Cunning Foxes. Now that is going to be a game, and that's quite a tough fixture for Ballistic, because Cunning Foxes did used to play in the Esports Prem. Cunning Foxes, a very strong side from Poland. I think they play in Elite now, and they're playing against Ballistic. The next team is going to be against RSN. So I'm going to show you and update you. As you can see on the screen, we have RSN Esports. They're next up to be called to find their fixture. Let's see who RSN Esports are going to be playing against. And it's Casa Nostra. Casa Nostra from Morocco. And the next one is Norfoot. Playing against Norfoot FK is Trollfossi. So Trollfossi are a fantastic side from Hungary. And they're playing against Norfoot. Give it a second. I'll show you the updated list. As you see on the screen, we have RSN Esports against Casa Nostra and Norfoot taking on Trollfossi from Hungary. So the next fixture is going to be against New Diamonds. So playing against New Diamonds is Furia Esport. Furia Esport are from Ukraine. Furia Esports are from Ukraine, so big up to them. And they're going to be playing against a very strong side from Germany, New Diamonds. They have to do a very big job to beat New Diamonds. And the next team is going to be playing Casapia. Casapia is Axe Clan. Axe Clan from Spain. And are playing against Casapia from Portugal. Yeah, I'll speak to you about the time of the matches now. So let me move across into this a sec. So that's the updated draw as of now. As I can see, a few comments. One was, when will we be playing? Let me check the live chat. When will the matches be played? So the matches will be played on Wednesdays. So the schedule will be on a Wednesday, because obviously VPG Europe is Monday, Tuesday, Thursdays this week for the league just starting. So yeah, it will be played on Wednesdays, scheduled on Wednesdays. But if both teams want to move the matches, they can. Okay, so let's move across into any other questions, guys. That's funny. Okay, so moving across into the next one, we're going to start off with One Mind and move across. But any questions, do put in the comment section. I will get back to you. Let's move across into the draw. As you can see, playing against One Mind from Italy is Misla. So Misla are a fantastic side from Finland. A really good side. The manager came and played for me at the event in UK. One of the best centre backs. Played in Esports Premier, and now he's come against One Mind. So the next team will be playing against Sueta Coletta Guardians, and that's Limitless. So Limitless, another strong side. The manager is Cobes. He was a goalkeeper for me at the event. He's also got a fantastic striker called Keenan, who scored a lot of goals for me at the event as well. So I'm wishing them luck. They've got a very, very, very strong task in this fixture against Sueta Guardians. I think they can do it. I think they can do a very good job. I've played them many times this season, and I've got a very, very strong core. But against the Spanish, it's a different ball game. They're very structured, and it'll be close, I think, but we'll see. Quetta Guardians against Limitless. Now moving across into the next 5 fixtures. So the next 5 fixtures are playing against Zurich Esports is Neom. So Neom from France. Very big side. Each other. Now we have Gil Facente. Playing against Gil Facente is GTZ Esport. Now that's the first one we've had 2 Portuguese teams playing against each other. Nothing we can do, but it can happen in the knockout stages. I'll show you guys now. So move across to the draw. We pulled out Zurich against Neom and Gil Facente against GTZ Esports. So we've got 3 more fixtures remaining. So playing against Fenerbahce is MZ Esport. That's going to be a big game. MZ Esport. They're playing in the Esports Premier this season. They got through the playoffs on Elite, and now playing in the big leagues. And they're coming across against Fenerbahce. As you can see now, 2 fixtures left. Let's see who Orex FC are going to be up against. Orex FC are going to be playing Team Coalesce. Now that's another shame, because it's 2 English teams against each other. But it's nothing we can do if that happens. It's just the power of the draw. So as you can see, we have Orex FC against Team Coalesce. I agree with you. Now for the last fixture, coming up against Rotafel. Coming up against Rotafel is R4P Esports. Now R4P are a fantastic team this season. They've signed a lot of players. They're playing beautiful football. But against Rotafel, it's a completely different ball game against them. They are fantastic. They play in the Esports Premier, and it's a very, very strong task they have. I'm just going to save this. I'm going to show you now quickly. So knockouts live. Okay, let me move across into that. So here is the full fixture list of the Champions eLeague. A fantastic list of games. So I'll update them on the VPG website and mobile app very shortly. So once they're updated, they'll be scheduled on Wednesday for 2 matches, home and away. So, and you just report them into one scorecard. So for example, if you both want to play the games on Monday, you can. You just have to both agree. If you both don't agree on the time, it has to be played on Wednesday. Wednesday is the default day for these. They have to be played on Wednesday if, for example, if you can't play any other day. So Wednesday is the scheduled day. However, if both teams do want to move the match to another day, they can, but it has to be played within that week. It can't be dragged on to the next week. So no rescheduling. The 2 games have to be completed. Okay guys, so that is the Champions eLeague live draw completed. We're going to move across over to the Europa League. Boom. Easy as that. Europa League done. Champions League done. Let's take a look at some of the teams in the Europa League. So let's move across into that now. Okay, as you can see on this screen here, we have the first place pot and the second place pot for the Europa League. So I'm going to shout out some team names that finished in first place. We have FCPF from Portugal. We have AC Esports, which is a second team from AC Strenia. Unshackled. We have Thunder Gaming. We have Shelter FC. Big up Control Football. He used to be really bad, now he's good. We have PCS, SPVG Ulaish, Pirate, Sparta WK, Shrewsbury Town, Washed, Turtle Control. But literally a lot of strong teams in pot number 1 and in pot number 2 as well. So if your name is on this list, we are getting ready for you guys for the Europa League draw. So we're going to do exactly the same. What we're going to do is, I think what's going to be easier is, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. It might be a little bit easier for me. I mean, I can do them one by one, but I'm thinking, so that's the Champions Lockouts done. So if I can move that one and then open this, yeah, give us a moment. So I'm thinking, to make things a little bit easier, what I'm going to do is from the draw, because I did it in order from I think I'm going to do that. So give us a second. I'm going to show you an example of what I'm going to do. Just saves me drawing out, instead of drawing out all the Group 1 teams, I'm going to do it placed on from where the groups are. So I'm going to show you an example now. It will make a lot of sense, and I'll give you an example now. So then we'll just, the first teams doesn't really matter where they are. It's, I'll give you an example. Right, so if I click File, Save, and I'll show you the screen on my side now. So if I take that one off. So that's the teams, and if I go for screen for draw, as you can see there, that's all the group, that's all the first place pots for Europa League. So that was in order from the stream, from group by group. So I'm going to keep it as that, and then I'm just going to do the group number 2s, because group number 1s don't really need to be drawn. If it's in order of group, that's fine, because obviously it goes from group 1 all the way up to group 32, so that's in order. And then obviously we'll pull out the teams from pot number 2, so they're all automated. So let me just set up the pots now for pot number 2. I have to select another list. So Europa League, pot number 2. Okay, I've got my list set up. So obviously on my screen right now, the first fixture will be playing against FC25 Esports from Portugal. So I'm pulling out all the teams from pot number 2. So just to show you guys quickly, these are all the teams from first place. As you can see, it's just the same order from this screen to this screen, same order. But now what we're going to do is we're going to do all the second place pot and put them in the fixtures randomly. Okay, so we're going to do that now. Oh yeah, my bad. Unshackled are from Turkey. Let me change that now quickly. It's a good thing I can just edit it. Unshackled from Turkey. If there's any other mistakes, do let me know. I'll get that updated quickly. So that's been updated now. So Unshackled are from Turkey. Okay, so we're going to go on to the first fixture. No, so Corey, basically, the left-hand side of the fixtures, so there's one half and the other half, that's pot 1. So there's 32 teams in pot 1, and there's 32 teams in pot 2. So the fixtures on the right-hand side, so if you're the home fixture on the left-hand side is pot 1, so all the pot 2s are coming out now. Hopefully that makes sense. So we're going to move across by fixture. So the first one's going to be playing against FC25 Esports from Portugal. And that is Jolaya FC. Let's see where they're from. Let me have a look. Goraya FC. Ah, they're from France. I think that's how you pronounce it. Goraya FC. And they are from France. Don't think I've played them that much, so I can't really comment on their ability, but we'll see how they do. As you can see, that's been updated. FC25 against Goraya FC. Volt is not there. Volt should be there. Let me take a look. Yeah, Volt are on the first place pot. They're under SBBS. They're on the left hand side. Not the first list, the second list on the left hand side. Under SBBS Volt. And then on this bit... Oh! Okay, I think I made a mistake. One second. I think I made a mistake. It's a good job someone noticed it before I started doing the fixtures. Mental. Yep, my bad. Big mistake from me. Big mistake. As you can see what I'm doing now, this... here is on the right hand side is pot number 2. You're right. Wait, I'm just fixing it now. As you can see on the screen, it's going to be updated. My apologies. Poor from me. Okay, that should updated now. Is it updated for you guys on the screen? That should have updated. Yeah, it's updated now. My bad. Jim, that could have been messy. Thank you. Yeah. Corey, you're right. Yeah, I was confused. Yeah, perfect. Jeez. Okay, yeah. My bad. At least I fixed it now. Good find. Okay, perfect. Right, let's move across into the fixtures. So the next one is against AC Esports. So against AC Esports is JS Elcano. So JS Elcano are from Spain. Don't know much about them, but I know they're doing very well. JS Elcano from Spain. They've been put up against AC Esports. That's a sister club to AC Strenua. The next team will be playing against Unshackled from Turkey, and that is True Football. That's True Football. They're a fantastic side. They've been in the VPG since before crossplay, played in the Xbox competitions. True Football against Unshackled. The next team will be playing against Thunder Gaming, and that is Underdogs. So Underdogs are from Ukraine. And they're playing against Thunder Gaming. The next team will be playing against Shelter FC from Turkey, and that is Alpina CF. Alpina CF are from Germany. So I'll show you guys now the updated list. As you can see now, we've got JS Elcano against AC Esports, Unshackled against True Football, Thunder Gaming against Underdogs, and Shelter FC from Turkey playing against Alpina CF from Germany. So moving across into the next fixture, we'll be playing against Control Football, Fioria Boja, and PS Esports. So let's move across into them. So playing against Control Football is Seasiders United. So that's two English sides playing against each other. It can happen, but we can't stop it. So Control Football against Seasiders. The next team will be playing against Fioria Roja from Italy, and that's Extreme Esports. So Extreme Esports are from Holland. Extreme Esports, and they're playing against Fioria Roja from Italy. The next team will be playing against PCS Esports from France, and that's Tempo Fairy. So Tempo Fairy built a very strong side, playing in the UK system and now in Europa League, and they're playing against PCS Esports. And the next fixture is SPVGG Ulaish from Germany, and they are playing against the Pharaohs. So the Pharaohs, they're from Egypt. I'll just update that now and I'll show you guys the list. Let's show you guys now. As you can see, that's the updated list. On the left hand side, round of 64. Let me check some of your comments. Are these the fixed fixture for these, or will it be flexible for a period of time? So Zed, the fixtures will be scheduled on Wednesday, but if both teams agree to move it, it can be moved. If there's no agreement on a movement, then it has to be played on the Wednesday. Okay, so let's move across into the next fixture, and that is against Pirate Esport. So playing against Pirate Esport is Dach Esport. So don't know how to pronounce it. Dach Sport are from Poland. And they're against Pirate from France. The next is against Sparta WK from Poland. So Sparta WK are playing against Asmo Esports. So Asmo Esports are from Algeria. The next fixture is against Shrewsbury Town. So Shrewsbury Town will be playing against Olympia Satu Mare. Big up to Olympia Satu Mare, team from Romania. I've seen them in the chat. They've probably been waiting for this. So let's move across into that and show them the fixture. Olympia Satu Mare will be taking on Shrewsbury Town from England. Now playing against Washed, which is Zed's in the comment. So let's see who he's going to be playing against. So Washed, I think that's your team. We'll be playing against FC Santa Claus. So FC Santa Claus are a team from Finland. And they're playing against Washed. The next fixture is against Total Control from England. And they're playing against Young Skills. So Young Skills are from ES Golden Bulls. Are playing against Deniz Bank from Turkey. And for the last fixture to be halfway through, playing against Gençler Birliği from Turkey is Nocturne. So Nocturne are from Portugal. I think, yeah, they're from Portugal. So I'm going to update that now for you guys so you can see the whole, how the format's coming. Yeah, Baco, we can't sort a domestic league for you. I think if you've got mainly Spanish players, you need to speak to VPG Spain, but you were supposed to be in Balkan, but obviously that got changed, so we couldn't get you into the English league because obviously it was full. But yeah, there's nothing we can do at the minute. But moving across back into this draw, Adanaspor, if they're in it, they just haven't been drawn out yet. So just there's 16 fixtures left, 16 teams to be drawn out. So yeah, that's coming now. So the next side, we're going to do the right hand side now. Against the next fixture is against VfB Eichstätt Esport. So VfB Eichstätt Esport are playing against Reborn Sportek. So Reborn Sportek are from Italy. I've never seen them before. So this is going to be a new, maybe they've got a different team name, I'm not sure, but this would be interesting to see how they get on. VfB Eichstätt are doing very well as well, so it's going to be an interesting matchup. Playing against FCP Esports from Spain is Chardon GISL. So Chardon GISL are from Italy. I'll show you guys now. So they're from Italy. And they're playing against FCP from Spain. My mic doesn't work. Can you guys still hear me? Hopefully it does work. Should be working. Let me just turn up the volume on my... Is my mic not working? 1 second. Let me just turn up the volume. Yeah, it's working fine on mine. Not sure what's going on. Keeps breaking up early. Shouldn't be. 1 second. Weird. Yeah, I just heard myself back. I'll keep an eye on it, but there's not many fixtures left now. So the next one is against Focus Owls, which is my team with Didge. So let's take a look at this one. Move across into the draw. Playing against Focus Owls is SSC Skill Moves. So SSC Skill Moves, where are they from? They're from France. And they're playing against Focus Owls from England. I do apologise if my voice sounds a bit boring today. I'm not been very well. So I'm trying to like put on a smiley face, you know. The next fixture is against Mesmerize. So playing against Mesmerize is Noventra. I know it's 2 English sides, but there's nothing I can do with that once it comes to the knockout stages. So Noventra, you're playing against Mesmerize. Playing against Camora Esports from Morocco is Iron Ravens from Poland. So Iron Ravens from Poland. I'll show you guys now the list of... Oh, I didn't even show you the... Oh, my bad. You could have done it for me. Well, no, sorry. Keeps breaking up. Does it keep breaking up now? That's the team list. That was a draw. As you can see, I just did Iron Ravens. I've just forgot to change the scene. That's the scene of the draw. I can hear my voice. My voice sounds okay. So that's the list at the minute, and I'll go back to the draw once I'm doing it out. So the next fixtures I'm going to do Fluenta, Nifty, SBBS and Vault. So the next 4 fixtures I'm going to do now. So move across into the draw screen. So playing against Fluenta is Adanaspor. So Adanaspor are from Turkey. Official football club, I'm pretty sure. And they're playing against Fluenta. The next fixture is playing against Nifty Esports. And that's CD Nacional. CD Nacional are from Portugal. The next fixture is against SBBS, and that's Big Belly Esports. And Big Belly Esports are from Holland. And then Volt from Germany are playing against ES Mostagenem. ES Mostagenem, I think that's how I pronounce it, I'm not fully sure. But they are from Algeria. And I'll show you guys the updated version now. So update this. As you can see, I'll show you the full list of teams. We just called out Fluenta against Adanaspor, Nifty against CD Nacional, SPBS against Big Belly Esports, and Volt against ES Mostagenem from Algeria. So the next 4 teams I'm going to do Next Level Legacy, Free Flow, FCVB and Nemesis. So playing against Next Level Legacy. Playing against Next Level Legacy is MDF. So MDF are from Italy. Very strong side. Around mid-table in Serie A. And obviously play in the VPG Europe competitions. The next team we'll be playing against Free Flow Esports from England. And that's the Separatists. So the Separatists are from Poland. Separatists from Poland, playing against Free Flow Esports from England. The next fixture are playing against FCVB Esport from France, and that's Lyoc Fox from Spain. Lyoc Fox from Spain. And I'm going to show you guys the screen now and do the last 4 fixtures, and that is the draw completed. As you can see, we've just pulled out Next Level Legacy against MDF, Free Flow against the Separatists, and FCVB Esport against Lyoc Fox. So I'm going to do the next 4 now. The next 4 is Nemesis, Anibi, Dragon Rouges and Glarung. So let's move across into those 4 fixtures, and I'll update you with any questions that you guys have. So we'll do the screen for the draw. So playing against Nemesis Esport is Buftings. So Buftings are playing against Nemesis Esport. Playing against Anibi. Can you see the screen? Screen for draw. Let's say Buftings are mine. Alright, Buftings. Yeah, okay, cool. So Nemesis against Buftings. The next one we're playing against Anibi, and that's FC Rabona. So FC Rabona. Let me find them. FC Rabona 33. They're from Germany. And they're playing against Anibi Esports from Spain. From Germany. And the last 2 fixtures against Dragons Rouges is Convenient FC. So Convenient FC are from Hungary. Convenient FC from Hungary. We'll be playing against Dragon Rouges from France. And the last fixture against Glarung FC from Turkey is Cavaliers from Turkey. I do apologise for that. There's nothing I can do. But 2 teams from the same country can play each other in the knockout stages. So Cavaliers are playing against Glarung in the round of 64. Okay guys, I'm going to show you the final update of the Europa eLeague live draw. So this is your round of 64. These games will be put on the VPG website and app after the draw has been completed. You'll see the matches scheduled for this Wednesday. There'll only be 1 match, but on that 1 match you can submit 1 lineup and you'll play 2 games, away and home. And then after the game you'll submit the 2 scores into the website, and then yeah, it will be away goals if it's a draw of 1-1 and 0-0, because the game allows you to go to extra time. You will do that and you go to extra time in the game. But if it's a 3-1 and let's say 2-0, then it's going to be away goals. So away goals will count in the knockouts for the games that aren't a draw with the same amount of goals. And that is everything, guys. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for staying to the end. I know the Champions League guys, as soon as they saw their draw, they left and didn't support Europa. But that is your live draw. So this is your Champions League. And here is your Europa League draw. Thank you all for watching. And we'll see you guys this Wednesday for Champions League action. And obviously this week, starting the VPG Europe. Cheers, guys. Have a good evening. Bye-bye.
The biggest competition is back on 11 versus 11.
Takes it down, good strength from him. Luca, edge of the box. Dreezy, he's found the back of the net. Fine. Here we go. Swings it into that near post. There is Manny, what the crossbar it in.
24 domestic nations with 128 teams. The winners stay in Champions League, the losers drop to Europa.
Rage, his replacement, and Cam swaps it over. Here we go. Shoulder gives it to the quiet man. Ladders Judah. Travelers it. 12 pins. He's done it.
The previous winners that go down in history. A new era of virtual football.